Alright, before doing this next one, just want to talk again about why I think this is important and why I'm really trying to crush the Christian faith, along with all other religions. It's because if you believe stuff for no reason, you will be tricked throughout your life, and you will be sadder than if you think for yourself, try to disentangle the truth from the lies, and work on building accurate models of reality. So, if you're getting confused about how the world works because of 2,000-year-old documents without evidence, then of course you're gonna fall for shit today, like, you know, whatever they talk about with COVID, or the economy, or some war, or a terrorist attack. Or just, you know, people around you will trick you left and right. If you can't figure out that Jesus was not particularly special, or at least we don't have any reasons to believe that because the evidence is just not persuasive, then you will be tricked throughout your life, and you're gonna feel sadness, and you're gonna suffer, and you're gonna spread that suffering to others. So wake up, don't fall for this. Okay. We will look at the sayings of Jesus in the next chapter. For now, let us focus on 3 of Jesus' most startling deeds: the stilling of the storm, the walking on water, and the transfiguration, in which he acts precisely as if he is the God described in the Jewish scriptures. Again, according to words written down at least 30 years later, sometimes not even by eyewitnesses. So, I've seen David Blaine walk on water on TV. I've seen magicians in real life do shit that seemed incredible. Not once did I think they were, like, particularly God. I mean, of course, we're all God, so yeah, the magician was God too, but anywho, tricking people doesn't make you special, and we don't even know if any of that stuff happened. Okay, before we begin, 3 caveats are necessary. First, in the following chapters, I will not go into the detailed arguments for or against the historicity of the various actions or sayings in the gospel in which Jesus reveals his divine identity. That would require a much longer and different kind of book. Oh my god, dude. If you're writing the case for Jesus, and then every time there's a bump in the road, you just say, oh, I don't have enough room to write this. He does give a little superscript number 4 there, so let's see what number 4 is. I'm a little confused because there was smaller numbers earlier, so is this... Oh, it's chapter by chapter? Oh man, I may have given you all the wrong asterisk earlier. Chapter 9, number 4. For a start, see especially Grindham's God's Equal. What can we know about Jesus' self-understanding in the Synoptic Gospels? Library of New Testament Studies. Alright, check that out. I guess it's an excuse for why this guy can't write more. My goal here is much more modest. I simply want to show that the Synoptic Gospels do in fact repeatedly refer to Jesus making divine claims about himself. Again, we don't know what Jesus said. Second, for the sake of space, I will normally quote from only the version of events recorded in the Gospel of Mark. Oh gosh, yet for every episode I will base my arguments primarily on what the Gospel's accounts have in common. Oh, because we're going to ignore all the contradictions, which are plentiful? Remember that we are not looking for the exact words of Jesus. You keep saying we are, but for the substance of what he reportedly said and did. Oh, because if it's just the substance, then we can kind of tweak it and glue it together in such a way that kind of maybe makes sense if you really want to see it that way. Readers interested in the differences in detail between the various accounts, oh, there are differences in detail, are invited to consult the endnotes. Or just read the Bible yourself, and if there's one disagreement, then it cannot be the perfect inerrant words of the one God. You get that, right? You can't have a perfect book that contradicts itself. So if there's one contradiction, the whole thing goes out the window, and you have to start thinking for yourself. There still might be good ideas in there, but you have to go in and be like, I don't like that line, doesn't make sense to me, I'm not going to use that. That one does sound good. Okay, I'm going to take that as part of my personality moving forward. Finally, in what follows, whenever I use the expression, the Lord, all caps, I am referring to the Hebrew name of God, Yahweh. It's important to be clear about this because, as we will see, Jesus is identifying himself not just as any God. Oh, because there's multiple. Oh my God. But with the Lord, the God of the universe. With this in mind, we can now turn to the accounts of Jesus' miracles.